It's called the kakapo, and it's native to New Zealand. There aren't a lot of them, and they don't breed quickly or successfully. Scientists estimate that a chick hatches from only a third of all the kakapo eggs laid, but they're making a slow comeback.
On a remote island off the south coast of New Zealand live the world's heaviest and only flightless parrot. The kakapo's wings are too short for the bird to get airborne, so instead they rely on their beak and claws to climb up trees. They live to around 60 years, but despite once being one of New Zealand's most abundant birds, today they're one of the country's most rare and threatened species.
The kakapo used to be one of the most common birds in New Zealand, but when people arrived, things started to go wrong. People hunted them for food, people cleared the forests which they live in, and people brought mammals with them which predated the kakapo. So things like cats, dogs and stoats. Kakapo almost became extinct.
Andrew Digby is part of the kakapo recovery program established in 1995 to bring this charismatic bird back from the brink of extinction.
Kakapo only breeds about every 3 years or so, and that's when a particular type of tree produces lots and lots of fruit, and they breed in response to that.
Today, Andrew's team are on the island to check on the kakapo they have electronically tagged. Finding these supremely camouflaged birds is not an easy task.
Every kakapo has a transmitter on it, for example, so we can track where it is and what its activity is. We optimise the feeding, so each kakapo gets its own individual diet, the right amount of food for that particular bird. We have scales at the feeding station so we can weigh the kakapo, know how much it is, and we have a lockable lid so we can make sure that only that kakapo and not the other kakapo get into that particular feeding station.
Since the recovery program began in the 90s, the population has quadrupled. Today, over 200 birds roam the islands.
Our ultimate goal is to return kakapo to the mainland of New Zealand. So people in New Zealand near the cities can hear kakapo booming like people used to hundreds of years ago.